In this video, I'm going to show you a card trick which does not use any double lift. I mean a color changing card trick which does not use a double lift. So at first, let's say the spectator selects a random playing card. For example, let's say this one, the 6 of clubs, and I'm actually going to take the 6 of clubs and put it wherever it is, and then just close the deck just like that. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a random playing card from the center deck of cards. Now it could be any card from the center of the deck, or it could be any card from the bottom of the deck or from the top of the deck. Now from the top of the deck, you can see is the ace of spades, right? And if I would have chosen the bottom card, it would have been the 7 of hearts, right? So at this point, what I'm going to do is basically I'm actually going to take this ace of spades and I'll try to turn it into the card that you have selected. So I'm going to just give a cut just like that, and whenever I wave this packet on top of the ace of spades, you can see that the card actually changes into the 6 of clubs just like that. So that is the trick, and here is how you're going to do it. For this trick, whenever the spectator selects a random playing card, at first you have to control that playing card to the bottom of the deck. For example, if this is the playing card that the spectator has selected, this should go to the bottom of the deck. And for that reason, I prefer using the cull control. You can use any other control you want, but cull control is the best card control whenever it comes to controlling any card to the bottom of the deck. And the link to the tutorial of this card control will be given in the description if you want to check it out. So at first, whenever the spectator selects a playing card, you have to control it to the bottom of the deck, and then what you're going to do is basically you're going to riffle down 2 cards from the bottom. After riffling down 2 cards, you're taking a pinky brick right above that, and then you're holding the deck just like that. Now while you're holding the deck, you're also keeping this hand over here so that the spectators doesn't see that the pinky is going inside over here. Now at this point, you're going to twist the top part of the deck, that means the top half of the deck, while you're having these bottom 2 cards on this hand, and while you're twisting this entire deck, it actually goes above, leaving these 2 cards on this hand. And what you're doing is basically putting the index finger right on the bottom and these 3 fingers right over here, and just turning these 2 cards over. And you're doing that while you're twisting the top part of the deck. So what you're actually doing is basically turning these 2 cards face up, but you're using the top twist as a cover. And you're not going to do it from this angle, because from this angle it is an exposed view because people can see it, as you saw. So from this angle, if you do it, it looks like that you just twisted this entire deck of cards. So that way you're going to just turn these 2 cards face up. Now at this point, when you turn 2 cards face up, the spectator's card will be second from the bottom. Now at this point, without spreading the deck, you're again going to twist the deck, and at this point you're actually going to turn 1 card face down, just the bottom card. You're going to turn it the other way, and for that reason you're again going to perform the same exact move of twisting the deck for the cover. Now once you have done that, you will see that the spectator selected card is the only card that is face up in the deck, and this card is right now present in the second position from the bottom. Now at this point, what you're doing is basically turning this card face up, the top card face up, and it's a single lift for the spectator. So at this point, when you turn this top card face up, you can also show the bottom of the deck because that's not the spectator's card. So when you turn this card face up, what you're doing is you're again riffling down 2 cards and again taking a break, but this time you're going to take a thumb break just like that, and you're going to hold the break with your thumb. And at this point, what you're going to do is basically you're going to do a swing cut from the half of the deck or from the center of the deck to the other hand. Now at this point, this is a single card, and what you're going to do is you're going to wave this bottom packet with these 2 cards over here. You're going to swing this on top of this top packet, and what you're doing is basically you're dropping these 2 cards on top of the 6 of diamonds and just wave this bottom packet on top of it. So it looks like that you just change that playing card, but at this point the spectators can suspect you of using 2 cards, so you can just slide it out casually just like that and show that it's just a single card. Now before sliding it out, I want you to keep this packet on top of the other packet, so that whenever you slide it out, you can just slide out the single card, and you also know the position of the other card that is face up, which is the second position from the top right now. So at this point, after you have pushed that card out, it's a single card. The spectators are going to get shocked because there are some critics who knows double lifts. So for them, they're going to be shocked, and what you're going to do is basically you're going to keep this face down on top of the deck. Now in order for the cleanup, because right now you have a card on the third position which is face up, in order for that cleanup, what you're doing is basically you're going to take a pinky break right under the top 3 cards, okay? And then what you're doing is you're basically transferring it to thumb break, and then you're doing the double undercut, keeping that break, so that the card that is face up, it right now goes into the bottom. Now at this point, what you're doing is basically the same move of turning that card over while twisting this entire deck of cards, and that way you can just reset the deck of cards for the same trick again, and that's how you're going to do it. So that's how this entire trick is done, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, this idea, the small idea of how to fake double lift and do this entire color changing trick very cleanly, so that you guys don't get puzzled while performing any kind of color changing trick to skeptics, because they usually only know the double lift and they are only going to say that there are 2 cards, there are 2 cards, there are 2 cards, just like that. They are going to just eat your mind up, but doesn't really matter. You're just going to blow their mind off. So that was the trick, and that's how you're going to do it. You can also use duplicates on the bottom of the deck, so that whenever you go to do the color change, you can show the bottom card to the spectator, then do the color change and again show the same bottom card to the spectator. And for that, all you need to do is just have 2 duplicates, and there is no special process for it. You just have to have 2 duplicates on the bottom of the deck and just follow the same exact process that I taught you right now. So before ending this video, I just wanted to mention that I have a course called Inception of Card Magic, and it's actually for the beginners. So if you have already bought it when it was on sale, thank you for that. And if you haven't got it yet, you can actually get it for free for 7 days if you go through the first link in the description box. And after 7 days, if you still plan on subscribing to that application, then you can use the code Making Impossible. Or if you just go through the first link in the description, the code Making Impossible will already be applied, automatically, and you're going to get 25% off on your subscription fees. So if you want, you can go through the first link in the description box, and that's all I have to say. And thanks for watching. Peace.